Welcome back. I'm Sage, and this is Easy English with Sage.
Today is going to be different. Today, we're not just learning English. Today, you're going to discover something powerful about yourself. You're going to realize that speaking English clearly and confidently isn't about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to try, patient enough to practice, and kind enough to yourself to keep going even when it feels hard. Right now, wherever you are in the world, I want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes for just a moment, and when you open them, I want you to say out loud, I can speak English clearly and confidently. Did you say it? How did it feel? Maybe a little strange, maybe a little exciting, maybe even a little scary. That's okay. That feeling right there, that's where all the magic begins. Because every fluent English speaker you've ever heard started exactly where you are right now, feeling uncertain, wondering if they could really do this, hoping that one day the words would just flow naturally. And you know what? They did it. And so will you. If you're ready to transform the way you speak English, if you're ready to stop translating in your head and start speaking from your heart, then stay with me for this entire journey. We're going to spend real time together, practicing not just words, but confidence, not just sentences, but self-belief. And before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now, because here on Easy English with Sage, we're building a community of brave learners who support each other, celebrate progress, and never give up. Subscribe now and let's grow together. Let me tell you something important. Speaking English clearly isn't about having a perfect accent. It's not about sounding like someone from London or New York or Sydney. It's about being understood. It's about expressing your thoughts, sharing your ideas, connecting with people from all around the world. I've taught thousands of students from every corner of this beautiful planet. Students from Brazil who thought their accent was too strong. Students from India who worried about their pronunciation. Students from China, from Egypt, from Russia, from Thailand. All carrying the same fear. What if people don't understand me? What if I make mistakes? What if I sound silly? And here's what I discovered. Every single one of those students, when they stopped focusing on being perfect and started focusing on being clear, became confident speakers. Not overnight, not through magic, but through practice, through patience, through believing in themselves just a little bit more each day. So right now, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that for the time we spend together today, you won't judge yourself. You won't criticize your accent. You won't worry about mistakes. You'll just practice. You'll just speak. You'll just try. Can you make that promise? Good. Because you're already on your way to becoming a clearer, more confident speaker. Let's start with something simple, something you probably already know, but we're going to practice it in a way that builds real confidence. We're going to work on introducing yourself. Not just saying your name, but really introducing yourself with clarity, with warmth, with confidence. Listen to me first. Feel the rhythm. Notice how I pause. Notice how each word is clear and strong. Hello, my name is Sage. I'm an English teacher. I love helping people learn English. I live in a beautiful place. I enjoy reading books and spending time with friends. Now, your turn. I'm from. Where are you from? Say it clearly. I live in. Tell me where you live. I enjoy. What do you enjoy doing? Say it out loud. This is how you introduce yourself with confidence. Simple sentences, clear words, strong voice. Let's practice it again, this time a little faster, with more natural flow. Hello, my name is Sage. I'm an English teacher from a small town. I love my job because I meet wonderful people from all over the world. I enjoy reading mystery novels and drinking coffee in the morning. I have a cat named Luna who keeps me company while I work. Now you try. Create your own introduction using simple sentences. Talk about your name, where you're from, what you do, what you enjoy. Don't worry about being fancy. Just be clear. Just be you. Speak it out loud right now. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Excellent. Do you feel it? Every time you speak, even to yourself, you're training your brain to think in English, training your mouth to form the sounds naturally, training your confidence to grow. Now, let's talk about something that stops so many learners from speaking clearly. It's not vocabulary. It's not grammar. It's fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding different. Fear of being judged. Let me share a story with you. I once had a student named Maria from Colombia. Maria knew a lot of English words. She understood grammar very well, but in class, she barely spoke. One day I asked her why. She said, "Sage, I'm afraid people will laugh at my accent." I looked at her and said, "Maria, your accent is beautiful. It's part of who you are. It tells your story, but more importantly, your ideas, your thoughts, your kindness, those are what matter, not the way you pronounce one word or another." The next week, Maria started speaking more. She made mistakes. And you know what happened? Within 2 months, her confidence completely transformed. Not because her accent changed, but because she stopped letting fear control her. Now she works for an international company, speaks English every single day. And she told me recently, "Sage, I'm so glad I stopped being afraid. My accent is still Colombian, and I'm proud of it. So whatever fear you're carrying, I want you to set it down right now. Your accent is beautiful. Your mistakes are part of learning. Your voice deserves to be heard." Say this with me. I am not afraid to speak English. I am learning, and that's okay. Say it again, louder this time. I am not afraid to speak English. I am learning, and that's okay. Feel that power? That's the real you, ready to speak clearly and confidently. Let's practice something practical now, something you'll use all the time. Asking questions. Clear questions get clear answers. Confident questions open doors to conversations. Listen to how I ask questions. Notice the tone, the rhythm, the clarity. What is your name? Where are you from? How are you today? What do you do for work? Where do you live? Do you like learning English? What's your favorite food? How do you spend your free time? These are simple, everyday questions. But when you ask them clearly and confidently, people respond warmly. They want to talk to you. They want to know more about you. Now, let's practice asking these questions. Repeat after me and really focus on your tone. Make your voice curious, friendly, interested. What is your name? Say it. Where are you from? Ask it like you really want to know. How are you today? Put warmth in your voice. What do you do for work? Show genuine interest. Where do you live? Make it conversational. Do you like learning English? Ask with a smile in your voice. Now let's practice answering these questions too. Because confident speaking means both asking and answering clearly. I'll ask, you answer out loud. Ready? What is your name? Answer now. Where are you from? Tell me. How are you today? Respond with feeling. What do you do for work or study? Share it. Where do you live? Say it clearly. Do you like learning English? Answer honestly. What's your favorite food? Tell me. I'm curious. How do you spend your free time? Share something real. Wonderful. Do you see how this works? Questions and answers back and forth, creating real conversation. This is how you build confidence, one exchange at a time, one sentence at a time, one brave word at a time. Now let me teach you something that will make your English sound immediately more natural, more fluent, more confident. It's called sentence linking, and native speakers do it without even listen to the difference. First, the choppy way, I am going to the store now. Now the natural way, I'm going to the store now. Hear how it flows? Let me show you more examples. Listen carefully, then repeat after me with the same smooth flow. I'm going to work. Say it smoothly. She's eating breakfast. Connect the words. He's reading a book. Let it flow. We're learning English. Smooth and natural. They're watching TV. Connect it all. I'm drinking coffee. Feel the flow. She's making dinner. Leak those sounds. He's playing soccer. Smooth connection. We're studying together. Natural flow. They're having fun. Connect it beautifully. Now let's try longer sentences with even more linking. This is where your confidence will really shine. I'm going to the store because I need some milk. Say it with me. She's eating breakfast before she goes to work. Repeat it naturally. He's reading a book that his friend recommended. Flow with it. Feel that connection. They're watching TV after they finish their homework. Link it all together. This technique, this flowing connection, this is what makes native speakers sound natural. And now, you're doing it too. You're not just speaking English, you're flowing in English. Keep practicing this every day, and I promise you, people will start saying, "Wow, your English sounds so natural." Let's pause for just a moment and talk about why you're here. Why are you learning English? Is it for a job opportunity? Is it to travel the world? Is it to connect with people from different cultures? Is it to watch movies without subtitles? Is it to read books in English? Is it because you want to study abroad? Whatever your reason, hold on to it. That reason is your motivation. That reason is what will keep you going when learning feels difficult. That reason is what will push you to practice even when you're tired. I want you to think about your reason right now. Picture it in your mind. Imagine yourself speaking English clearly and confidently in that situation. Imagine how good it will feel, how proud you'll be, how much your life will change. Can you see it? Hold on to that image, because that future you, that confident English speaker, that person is already inside you right now. We're just helping them come out. We're just giving them practice, giving them courage, giving them the tools they need to shine. And speaking of tools, let me give you another powerful one right now. This one is about pronunciation, about speaking clearly so everyone understands you exactly. Here's the secret that most English teachers don't emphasize enough. Clear pronunciation isn't about perfection. It's about three things: opening your mouth enough, using your tongue correctly, and controlling your breath. Let me show you what I mean. Many learners keep their mouth too closed when speaking English. This makes words sound mumbled. If I say "I want to go" with a closed mouth, it sounds mushy, hard to understand. But if I open my mouth properly, "I want to go," suddenly it's crystal clear. Let's practice some words that require good mouth opening. Repeat after me and really exaggerate opening your mouth at first. We'll start with simple sounds, then build to full sentences. Open. Say it wide. Apple. Really open for that A sound. Awesome. Feel your mouth move. About. Clear and wide. Ask. Strong opening. Afternoon. Notice how much your mouth moves. Now, let's use these words in sentences. Practice with me, opening your mouth fully for clarity. I want to ask you about something. Say it clearly. This apple is awesome. Open wide. Tell me about your afternoon. Full clarity. I'm happy about the good news. Some sounds need your tongue at the front of your mouth, like TH in think. Some need it at the back, like K in back. Let's practice tongue control. For TH sounds, put your tongue gently between your teeth. Listen and repeat. Think. Tongue between teeth. Thank you. Feel that position. Thursday. Keep that tongue forward. 30. Notice the tongue. Thought. tongue gently between teeth. Now let's practice L sounds, where your tongue touches the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. Listen and copy me. Love, tongue up, learn, feel it touch, listen, strong tongue position, little, two L sounds, lovely, clear tongue control. Let's put these into full sentences now, focusing on clear tongue movement. I think about you every Thursday. Say it clearly. Thank you for your lovely gift. Tongue control. You're training your mouth and tongue to work together for clear English. Now let's add breath control, the third element of speaking clearly and confidently. When you run out of breath in the middle of a sentence, you sound hesitant, unsure. But when you control your breath, you sound confident and strong. Let me teach you a simple technique. Before you speak, take a breath through your nose. Then speak your sentence steadily, using that breath to support your voice. Let's practice. Breathe in with me now. Hold it for just a moment. Now, say this sentence on one breath. I am learning to speak English clearly and confidently. Did you make it through? Let's try again with a longer sentence. Breathe in deeply. Now, say, every day I practice speaking English because I know that practice makes me better and better. How did that feel? Let's practice some more sentences with good breath support. Remember to, I believe in myself and my ability to learn. Breathe in. Speaking English opens up so many opportunities for me. Breathe in. I am grateful for this chance to improve my English skills. Breathe in. Every word I speak makes me more confident than before. Breathe in. I will never give up on my dream of speaking English fluently. Excellent. Breath control gives you power, gives you steadiness, gives you confidence. Practice this every day, and you'll notice your speaking becoming stronger and more assured. Let me tell you about another student, a young man named Ahmed from Egypt. Ahmed came to my class speaking very quietly. He would answer questions so softly that we could barely hear him. One day, I asked him, Ahmed, why do you speak so quietly? He said, I don't want to make mistakes loudly. I understood. So many learners feel this way. But I told him something. It hides the wonderful person you are. Speak loudly, make mistakes proudly, and learn joyfully. Ahmed looked at me with surprise. Then he smiled. The next class, he spoke a little louder. The class after that, even louder. Within a month, Ahmed was speaking at a normal volume, participating fully, laughing at his own mistakes, and learning faster than ever before. Now he's a tour guide in Cairo, speaking English confidently to tourists from all over the world every single day. What changed for Ahmed? Not his grammar, not his vocabulary, his confidence, his willingness to be heard. So right now, I want you to practice speaking at a strong, clear volume. Not shouting, just confident volume. Say these sentences with me, and say them strongly, clearly, proudly. I speak English clearly and confidently. Say it loud. My voice deserves to be heard. Strong and proud. I am not afraid of making mistakes. Clear and bold. I am learning and I am proud of my progress. Every day, my English gets better and better. Believe it and say it. I will speak English fluently. Declare it powerfully. How does that feel? That's your real voice. That's the confident English speaker inside you. Let that voice out every time you practice. Let it be heard. Now, let's practice something really practical, something you'll use constantly in real life. Making small talk. Small talk is those friendly little conversations we have with people we meet. Conversations about simple topics like the weather, weekend plans, or daily activities. Small talk might seem unimportant, but it's actually how relationships begin, how friendships form, how business connections start. And when you can make small talk clearly and confidently, people enjoy talking to you. They remember you. They want to know you better. Let's practice some small talk starters. These are friendly, easy ways to begin conversations. Listen to my tone. Notice how I sound interested and warm. Then repeat after me with the same friendly energy. How's your day going? Say it warmly. Beautiful weather today, isn't it? Friendly and conversational. Any plans for the weekend? Show genuine interest. How was your weekend? Ask with a smile in your voice. Did you see that game last night? Casual and friendly. This coffee is really good, isn't it? Make casual conversation. Have you been busy lately? Show care. How's work treating you? Warm and interested. Long day? Simple and empathetic. Great to see you. Genuine and warm. These simple phrases open the door to connection. Now let's practice responding to small talk. When someone asks you these questions, you want to answer clearly, briefly, and in a friendly way. Then you ask a question back to keep the conversation going. Watch how this works. If someone says, "How's your day going?" you can say, "It's going really well, thanks. How about yours?" Let me ask you now. How's your day going? Answer out loud, then ask me back. Good. Let's try more. Beautiful weather today, isn't it? Agree and respond. Any plans for the weekend? Share something and ask back. How was your weekend? Tell me briefly and return the question. Did you see that game last night? Respond naturally. This coffee is really good, isn't it? Agree and connect. Have you been busy lately? Share honestly and show interest in them. How's work treating you? Answer and ask about them. Long day? Empathize and connect. Great to see you. Return the warmth. Perfect. This back and forth flow, this is the rhythm of confident conversation. You're not just answering, you're connecting. You're not just talking, you're building relationships. Practice this style of speaking and watch how people respond to you. They'll feel comfortable with you. They'll enjoy talking to you because you're not just speaking English clearly, you're speaking it warmly, humanly, beautifully. Oh, and before we continue, I need to tell you something funny. You know what I love about teaching English? Sometimes students get so focused on grammar rules that they forget language is supposed to be fun. I once had a student who was so worried about using the past perfect continuous correctly that he wouldn't tell me what he did yesterday. I said, "Just tell me, did you go to the park?" He said, "I cannot answer until I determine the correct tense structure." We both laughed so hard. Listen, grammar is important, but communication is more important. If you can make yourself understood, if you can connect with people, if you can share your ideas, you're succeeding. Don't let perfectionism steal your joy. Speak, make mistakes, laugh about them, learn from them, and keep going. That's the secret. And hey, if you're enjoying this lesson, if it's helping you, do me a favor. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. Say I'm learning English from, and tell me your country. I read every single comment, and I love knowing where my students are around the world. It makes me so happy to know we're all connected through English. Okay, let's keep going. We've got so much more to practice together. Now let's work on something that will make you sound even more natural and fluent. It's called thought grouping, and it's how native speakers organize their sentences when they talk. Instead of speaking every single word with equal emphasis, we group words together in meaningful chunks, and we pause between these chunks. Listen to the difference. Without thought grouping, I went to the store and I bought some milk and some bread and some eggs for breakfast tomorrow morning. That sounds robotic, exhausting. With thought grouping, I went to the store and I bought some milk, some bread, and some eggs for breakfast tomorrow morning. Hear how I paused at the commas? Hear how I grouped related words together? That's natural speech. Let me show you more examples. Listen and then repeat with the same grouping and pausing. If I could travel anywhere, I would go to Japan. Notice the pause after anywhere. When I finish work today, I'm going to relax. When I have free time, I usually watch movies, read books, or listen to music. Before I start studying, I always prepare my materials, find a quiet place, and turn off my phone. Group those thoughts. Excellent. This thought grouping makes you sound fluent, natural, and confident. Native speakers don't even think about it. They just do it automatically. But you can learn it through practice, and eventually, you'll do it automatically too. Practice this every day. And people will say, "Wow, you speak English so naturally." Let's talk about expanding your responses. Many learners give very short answers. Someone asks, "How are you?" And they say, "Fine." That's okay, but it doesn't create conversation. It doesn't show confidence. Confident speakers expand their answers, adding just a little more information, creating opportunity for connection. Let me show you what I mean. Question: how are you? Short answer: fine. Expanded answer: I'm doing really well, thanks. I had a great weekend with my family. See the difference? The expanded answer gives the other person something to respond to, something to ask about. Let's practice expanding answers. I'll ask a question, and you practice giving an expanded answer. Don't just give one word. Add a little detail, a little extra information. Ready? How are you today? Don't just say good. Tell me good, and add why or what you did or how you're feeling. Try it now. What did you do yesterday? Don't just say nothing. Even if you had a quiet day, expand it. I stayed home and relaxed. I watched a movie and cooked dinner. Try it now. What are your plans for tomorrow? Add some detail. I'm going to work, and after work, I might meet a friend for coffee. Give me your expanded answer. Do you like your job? Explain why or why not. Yes, I really enjoy it because I work with nice people and I learn new things. Or, not really. Tell me your answer with detail. What's your favorite food? Don't just name a food. Tell me why you like it or when you eat it. I love pizza because it's delicious and easy to share with friends. Give me your expanded answer. Perfect. Do you see how much better that sounds? How much more confident? How much more interesting? Expanded answers show that you're comfortable speaking English, that you have things to say, that you're engaged in the conversation. Practice this in real life. Whenever someone asks you a question, challenge yourself to give not just one sentence, but 2 or 3. Add a detail, add a reason, add a feeling. This one simple habit will transform how people experience talking with you. Let me share another story with you. I had a student named Lynn from China. Lynn was excellent at reading and writing English, but she struggled with speaking. Every time I asked her a question in class, she would answer in just 2 or 3 words. One day I said, "Lynn, I know you have more to say. I can see it in your eyes. What's stopping you?" She said, "I'm afraid I'll say too much and make more mistakes." I told her, "Lynn, the only mistake is saying too little. When you speak more, yes, you might make some grammar mistakes, but you give me more chances to help you, more chances to practice, more chances to improve. Silence doesn't help you grow. Speaking does, even imperfect speaking." Lynn thought about this. Then she started challenging herself to say at least 3 sentences whenever she answered a question. Sometimes her grammar wasn't perfect. Sometimes she had to pause and think. But week after week, her confidence grew. Her fluency improved. Her ability to express herself expanded. Now, Lynn works for an international company, having video meetings in English several times a week, speaking clearly and confidently about complex business topics. What changed? She gave herself permission to speak more, even when it wasn't perfect. So I'm giving you the same permission right now. Speak more, say more, express more. Don't hide behind short answers. Don't protect yourself with silence. Throw yourself into speaking, into practicing, into growing. That's where confidence lives, in the brave act of trying. Now let's practice something really important for clear speaking: word stress. In English, we don't say every syllable with equal emphasis. We stress certain syllables and we reduce others. This gives English its natural rhythm and helps listeners understand you. Listen to how I say these words. paying attention to which syllable is louder and longer. Important. The second syllable is stressed. Important. Repeat after me. Important. Beautiful. The first syllable is stressed. Beautiful. Say it with me. Beautiful. Computer. The second syllable is stressed. Remember. Repeat after me. Remember. This word stress is crucial for being understood. If you stress the wrong syllable, native speakers might not understand you, even if all your sounds are correct. Now let's practice word stress in full sentences. Listen to where I put the emphasis on the stressed syllables. I think this is very important. Repeat with the same stress. She's a photographer with a beautiful studio. Follow my stress pattern. I don't understand this computer program. Copy my emphasis. Let's meet tomorrow afternoon. Stress the same syllables. That's an interesting story to remember. Match my rhythm. Excellent. When you stress syllables correctly, your English becomes immediately clearer. Native speakers' brains are trained to recognize these stress patterns, so when you use them correctly, understanding becomes automatic. Practice noticing stress patterns in words you hear and copy them. Let's work on sentence stress now. Just like individual words have stressed syllables, sentences have stressed words. We emphasize the words that carry the most meaning, the most important information. Listen to this sentence and notice which words I make louder and longer. I went to the store yesterday. The stressed words are went, store, and yesterday because they carry the main meaning. The little words like I, to, and the are reduced, said more quickly and quietly. Let's practice this. Repeat after me and make sure to emphasize the important words. I went to the store yesterday. She's working on a project right now. He likes to play soccer on weekends. We're learning English together. They traveled to Japan last month. Now here's where it gets really stressing. I means I was the one who did it, not someone else. I gave her the book. Stressing gave emphasizes the action. I gave her the book. Stressing her emphasizes who received it. I gave her the book. Stressing book emphasizes what was given. Same words, different meaning, all because of stress. This is the music of English. And when you learn to play this music, you speak with confidence and clarity. Let's practice a few more sentences. Changing the stress to change the meaning. I didn't say she stole the money. Emphasizing I suggests someone else said it. I didn't say she stole the money. Emphasizing say suggests you implied it without saying it. I didn't say she stole the money. Emphasizing she suggests someone else stole it. I didn't say she stole the money. Emphasizing stole suggests she did something else with it. I didn't say she stole the money. Emphasizing money suggests she stole something else. The same sentence can have 5 different meanings just by changing which word you stress. This is advanced speaking, and you're learning it right now. Practice playing with sentence stress, and your English will become not just clear, but expressive, nuanced, powerful. Now I want to teach you about connected speech. One more element that makes English sound natural and fluent. In normal conversation, native speakers don't pronounce every single sound separately. Sounds blend together, flow into each other, create smooth connections. Listen to these examples. Did you eat yet becomes did you eat yet? The sounds connect. I'll meet you at 8 o'clock becomes I'll meet you at 8 o'clock. Natural blending. I want to go becomes I want to go. Flowing together. I'm going to call him becomes I'm going to call him. Connected speech. Let me see it becomes let me see it. Smooth and natural. Now you don't need to speak this way. You can say every word clearly and still be understood perfectly. But understanding connected speech is important because this is how native speakers talk in real conversation. When you watch movies, when you listen to podcasts, when you talk to native speakers, they'll use connected speech. And if you can understand it and use it even a little bit, you'll sound more natural. Let's practice some common connected speech patterns. Repeat after me, but don't worry about being perfect. Just try to feel the flow. What are you doing? Try saying it more connected. What you doing? Did you eat lunch? More connected. Did you eat lunch? I'm going to go now. More connected? I'm going to go now. I want to help you. More connected? I want to help you. Give me a minute. More connected? Give me a minute. I don't know. More connected? I don't know. Let me think about it. More connected? Let me think about it. Gotta go. More connected? Gotta go. Out of time. More connected? Out of time. A lot of people. More connected. A lot of people. Good. Remember, clarity is most important. But understanding these patterns helps you sound natural when you're ready, and more importantly, helps you understand native speakers when they talk casually. Let's take a moment to check in. How are you feeling right now? Are you tired, energized, overwhelmed, excited? Whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Learning a language is a long journey, and it's normal to feel many different emotions along the way. Some days, you'll feel like you're making amazing progress. Other days, you'll feel stuck, like you're not improving at all. Both feelings are normal. Both are part of the journey. What matters is that you keep going. You keep practicing. You keep believing in yourself. Because here's the truth. You are improving. Every time you practice, even if you don't feel it, your brain is making new connections. Your mouth is getting more. It's like exercising. After one workout, you don't see muscles. But if you work out consistently, week after week, one day you look in the mirror and think, wow, I'm stronger. English is the same. Keep practicing consistently, and one day you'll be in a conversation and suddenly realize, wow, I'm speaking English fluently. I'm not even translating in my head. That day is coming for you. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Now let's practice some real-life scenarios where clear, confident speaking really matters. We'll do some role-playing together. I'll set up a situation, and you'll practice what to say. This is practical English for real life. First scenario. You're at a job interview. The interviewer asks, "Tell me about yourself." This is your moment to speak clearly and confidently about who you are. You want to talk about your education, your experience, and why you're interested in this job. Let me give you hello. Thank you for meeting with me. My name is Sage, and I'm very excited about this opportunity. I studied business at university, and for the past 3 years, I've worked in customer service. I enjoy helping people solve problems, and I'm looking for a position where I can continue developing my communication skills. I believe this role would be perfect for me because I'm passionate about working with people and making a positive impact. Now your turn. Imagine you're in a job interview. Tell them about yourself. Speak clearly and confidently. What would you say? Practice it out loud right now. Take your time, organize your thoughts, and speak with confidence. How did that feel? Powerful, right? Let's try another scenario. You're in a restaurant, and there's a problem with your order. You ordered chicken, but they brought you fish. You need to politely tell the server about the mistake. Here's how you might do it. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I think there's been a mistake with my order. I ordered the grilled chicken, but this appears to be fish. Would it be possible to get the chicken instead? Thank you so much. Notice how polite and clear that was? You're not angry, just calmly explaining the problem. Now you try. Imagine the same situation and practice what you would say. Speak out loud. Excellent. Let's try one more. You're calling your internet company because your internet stopped working. You need to explain the problem clearly so they can help you. Here's an example. Hello, I'm calling because my internet connection isn't working. It stopped working yesterday evening, and I've already tried restarting the router several times, but it's still not connecting. My account number is 123456. Can you help me figure out what's wrong? Thank you. Clear, polite, and confident. Now you practice. Imagine your internet isn't working and you need to call the company. What would you say? Practice out loud right now. Wonderful. These real-life scenarios are where your English really matters. When you can handle these situations clearly and confidently, that's when you know your English is truly functional, truly powerful. Practice these kinds of scenarios often. Think about situations you might face and practice what you would say. The more you prepare mentally, the more confident you'll feel when these situations happen in real life. Let me tell you about one more student who changed my understanding of what confidence really means. Her name was Fatima, from Morocco. Fatima was older than most of my students, maybe in her 50s. She had been living in an English-speaking country for 10 years, but she had never really learned English properly. She could understand basic conversations, but speaking made her extremely nervous. One day, she came to my class and said, "Sage, I need to learn English because my grandson starts school next year, and I want to be able to talk to his teachers. I want to understand what's happening in his life. I don't want to miss out on being part of his education because I can't speak English." I'll never forget the determination in her eyes. Fatima worked harder than any student I've ever taught. She practiced every single day. She made hundreds of mistakes. She got frustrated many times, but she never gave up. 1 year later, Fatima attended her first parent-teacher meeting at her grandson's school. She told me afterward, with tears in her eyes, "Sage, I spoke to the teacher in English. I asked questions. I understood the answers. I was so proud of myself, and my grandson was proud of his grandmother." That's what English can do. It connects generations. It opens doors. It gives you the power to be present in the moments that matter most. Whatever your reason for learning English, hold on to it. Let it motivate you when practice feels hard. Let it push you forward when you want to quit. Your reason is valid. Your goal is worth pursuing. And you have everything inside you right now to achieve it. Now let's work on expressing emotions and opinions clearly. Confident speakers don't just share information, they share feelings and ideas. They express what they think and how they feel. This makes conversations more interesting, more meaningful, more human. Let me show you some ways to express opinions clearly. Listen to the language I use, then practice with me. In my opinion, learning English is very important. Notice I started with "in my opinion." I think we should meet at 6 o'clock. Starting with "I think" makes it clear it's your view. I believe that practice is more important than perfection. I believe expresses a strong opinion. From my perspective, shows it's your personal view. It seems to me that the weather is getting warmer. It seems to me is softer, less forceful. I feel that everyone should have the chance to learn. I feel connects opinion with emotion. Now let's practice expressing these opinions. I'll start a topic, and you express your opinion using one of these phrases. Ready? What do you think about learning English? Use one of the phrases and share your opinion out loud. In my opinion, ... or I think, or I believe. Say it now. What's your view on social media? Express your opinion clearly. How do you feel about exercise and fitness? Share your thoughts. What do you think about the importance of family? Give your perspective. What's your opinion on traveling to other countries? Express yourself clearly. Perfect. Now let's practice expressing emotions clearly. Emotions make your speech more human, more relatable. I'm really excited about my upcoming trip. Notice the emotion word and the reason. I feel happy when I spend time with my friends. Emotion plus situation. I'm a bit nervous about the presentation tomorrow. Honest emotion. I felt proud when I finished that difficult project. Past emotion with explanation. I'm feeling grateful for all the support I've received. Current emotion with reason. Sometimes I feel frustrated when I can't express myself clearly. Relatable emotion. Now you practice. Think about your emotions and express them clearly. How do you feel about learning English? Say it out loud with real emotion. How did you feel when you woke up this morning? Share honestly. What makes you feel happy? Tell me with feeling. What makes you feel nervous or worried? Express it clearly. When do you feel most confident? Share that feeling. Excellent. When you express emotions and opinions clearly, people connect with you. They understand you better. This is the heart of confident communication. Not just saying words, but sharing yourself. Let's practice some conversation strategies that will help you keep conversations going smoothly, even when you don't know exactly what to say. These are the tools that confident speakers use all the time. First strategy: asking for clarification when you don't understand something. Don't just nod and pretend you understand. That doesn't help you learn. And it doesn't help the conversation. Instead, politely ask for clarification. Here are some ways to do that. I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Very polite and clear. I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Natural and friendly. Sorry, I didn't understand. Could you explain it differently? Honest and direct. What do you mean by that? Simple and effective. Could you speak a bit more slowly, please? Helpful request. I'm not familiar with that word. What does it mean? Repeat each phrase confidently. I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Sorry, I didn't understand. Could you explain it differently? What do you mean by that? Could you speak a bit more slowly, please? I'm not familiar with that word. What does it mean? Excellent. Using these phrases shows intelligence, not weakness. It shows you care about understanding. Second strategy: keeping the conversation going with follow-up questions. When someone tells you something, show interest by asking more about it. Listen to how this works. Person says, I went to the beach yesterday. You respond, oh, really? That sounds nice. What beach did you go to? Person says, I'm reading a great book. You respond, oh, interesting. What's it about? Person says, I'm learning to play guitar. You respond, that's awesome. How long have you been learning? See how the follow-up question keeps the conversation alive? Now you practice. I'll tell you something, and you ask me a follow-up question. Ready? I went to a new restaurant last night. Ask me about it. What would you say? I just started a new job. Show interest with a question. I'm planning a trip next month. Ask me where or other details. I watched an amazing movie yesterday. Ask me about it. I've been learning to cook recently. Show interest with a question. Perfect. Third strategy: using filler words naturally while you think. Native speakers do this all the time. When they need a moment to think, they use sounds and words like well, let me think, you know, or actually. These fillers are completely normal and natural. They show you're thinking, not that you're lost. Listen to how I use them naturally. Well, I think we should probably leave around 6 o'clock. Maybe a bit earlier if the traffic is bad. Let me think. I believe the meeting is on Thursday. Actually, no, it might be Friday. Not completely sure, but I think the answer is. Now, don't overuse fillers, but don't be afraid of them either. They're part of natural speech. Practice using them. I'll ask you a question, and you can use a filler while you think of your answer. What's your favorite place to visit? Start with well or let me think. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Use a filler naturally. What do you like to do on weekends? Think out loud with fillers. Great. These 3 strategies, asking for clarification, using follow-up questions, and using fillers naturally, will help you navigate conversations with confidence, even when you're not sure what to say next. You know what? I'm so proud of you. Do you realize how much we've practiced together already? How many sentences you've spoken? How many techniques you've learned? You're not the same English speaker who started this journey with me. You've grown. You've practiced. You've pushed yourself. And that takes courage. Real courage. I want you to acknowledge that for yourself right now. Say this with me, out loud, with pride. I am becoming a confident English speaker. Every day I practice, I get better. Every mistake I make, I learn from. Every word I speak, I grow stronger. I will not give up on myself. I will keep practicing. I will achieve my English goals. Say it again, even louder this time, with even more conviction. I am becoming a confident English speaker. Every day I practice, I get better. I get better. Every mistake I make, I learn from. Every word I speak, I grow stronger. I will not give up on myself. I will keep practicing. I will achieve my English goals. Feel that power? That's not just words. That's a commitment to yourself. That's confidence being born. Hold on to that feeling. Now, let's practice some advanced techniques that will take your speaking to the next level. We're going to work. Confident speakers don't speak in a monotone. They speed up, slow down, get louder, get softer, creating natural rhythm and interest. Listen to how I do this. I was walking down the street. Just a normal day, nothing special, when suddenly I saw something amazing. Notice how I slowed down before suddenly, then paused, then emphasized amazing. That creates drama, interest, engagement. Let's practice this technique. Repeat after me, matching my speed and volume changes. I tried everything. I called them, I sent emails, nothing worked. But then, finally, someone responded. Say it with those changes. She told me the news, and I couldn't believe it. I was shocked, completely shocked. Match the emphasis. At first, I was nervous, really nervous. But then I started speaking, and suddenly, I felt. When you vary your speed and volume like this, your speaking becomes more engaging, more interesting, more memorable. Practice telling stories this way, and people will love listening to you. Let's also practice using intonation for questions. In English, your voice usually goes up at the end of yes/no questions and down at the end of information questions. Listen carefully. Yes/no question, voice goes up. Are you hungry? Repeat with rising intonation. Do you like coffee? Voice up at the end. Is it raining outside? Rising intonation. Can you help me? Voice goes up. Will you come to the party? Rising at the end. Information question. Voice goes down. Where do you live? Falling intonation. What time is it? Voice down at the end. How do you get to work? Falling intonation. Why are you learning English? Voice goes down. Who is your teacher? Falling at the end. This intonation pattern, it makes your speech clearer and more natural. Let's practice mixing both types. Are you coming tomorrow? Voice up. Where are you going? Voice down. Do you understand? Voice up. When did you arrive? Voice down. Can you speak English? Voice up. How long have you been studying? Voice down. Perfect. Correct intonation makes your question sound natural, clear, and confident. Let's practice one more advanced technique, using transition words to connect your ideas smoothly. Confident speakers guide listeners through their thoughts using transitions. Listen to how these work. First, I want to talk about my morning routine. Then, I'll tell you about my workday. Finally, I'll share my evening activities. Notice first, then, and finally, they organize my thoughts clearly. Here are more transition words you can use. For adding information, also, additionally, furthermore, moreover, besides that. For giving examples, for example, for instance, such as, like. For showing results, therefore, consequently, as a result, so, thus. For emphasizing, in fact, indeed, actually, certainly, obviously. Let's practice using these in sentences. Repeat after me and feel how smoothly the ideas connect. I love learning English. Additionally, I enjoy practicing with native speakers. The grammar can be difficult. However, I'm making good progress. I like many types of food. For example, I enjoy Italian and Thai cuisine. I practice every day. Therefore, my speaking is improving quickly. I was nervous at first. In fact, I almost gave up. But I continued practicing. As a result, I now feel much more confident. Use transitions like these, and your speaking will sound organized, thoughtful, and professional. Let's practice creating your own examples. Talk about something you enjoy and use additionally or also to add. Talk about a challenge you face and use however or although to show contrast. Express it clearly. Give an example of something using for example or for instance. Practice it. Talk about an action you took and its result using therefore or as a result. Say it out loud. Wonderful! These transitions make you sound like a sophisticated, confident English speaker. Now let's do something really fun and practical. We're going to practice telling a complete story from beginning to end. Storytelling is one of the most important speaking skills. When you can tell a story clearly and engagingly, you can entertain friends, explain situations at work, share experiences, connect with people. I'll tell you a short story first, using all the techniques we've practiced: transitions, varied speed, emotion, clear pronunciation. Then you'll practice telling your own story. Listen carefully. Last week, I had an interesting experience. I was at the coffee shop, just waiting for my order, when suddenly a little girl came up to me. She looked about 6 years old, and she was crying. At first, I didn't know what to do. However, I bent down and asked her, "Are you okay? Where's your mommy?" She pointed toward the back of the shop. So I took her hand, and we walked together to find her mother. When we found her, the mother was so relieved. She thanked me about 10 times. It was a small thing, really, but it made me feel good. In fact, it reminded me why I love helping people. That simple moment stayed with me all week. See how I used transitions, emotion, varied my speed, and told it like a real story? Now, your turn. Think of something that happened to you recently. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be something simple, like going to the store, meeting a friend, or trying a new food. Vary your speed for emphasis. Make it interesting. Go ahead, tell me your story out loud. I'm listening. Take your time, organize your thoughts, and speak confidently. How did that feel? Amazing, right? That's real English speaking. That's confident communication. Practice telling stories like this every day. Tell yourself about your day. Tell friends about experiences. Tell family about things you learned. The more you practice storytelling, the more fluent and confident you'll become. Before we move into our final practice section, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, "But Sage, I still make so many mistakes. When will I stop making mistakes?" Here's the truth. You'll always make mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes. I make mistakes. Just yesterday, I said, "I've went to the store," instead of "I've gone to the store." Mistakes are part of being human. What matters is whether people understand you and whether you can express yourself. I've met people who speak English with perfect grammar but no confidence. And I've met people who make grammar mistakes but communicate brilliantly because they're confident, expressive, and engaged. Which type would you rather be? I know which type I'd rather talk to. The confident one, every time. So please, let go of perfectionism. Embrace mistakes as part of learning. When you make a mistake and someone corrects you, say thank you, because they just helped you learn. When you make a mistake and nobody corrects you, but you realize it later, smile and think, "Okay, now I know for next time." Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Mistakes are proof that you're trying, practicing, growing. Welcome them, learn from them, and keep speaking confidently anyway. Now we're going to move into an intensive practice section. For the next several minutes, I'm going to give you sentences, questions, and scenarios, and you're going to speak with me, repeating, responding, creating. This is where we pull everything together. All the techniques, all the confidence, all the skills. Get ready. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Open your mouth. And let's speak English clearly and confidently together. Ready? Here we go. Tell me your name and where you're from. Say it clearly and proudly. Good morning. How are you today? Respond with feeling. What did you do yesterday? Give me an expanded answer with details. What are your plans for tomorrow? Tell me at least 2 things. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Answer and add some information. What do you like to do in your free time? Share your hobbies. What's your favorite food? Tell me and explain why. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Answer and give a reason. What time do you usually wake up? Tell me and share your morning routine briefly. How do you get to work or school? Describe it clearly. What kind of music do you enjoy? Share your preferences. Have you traveled anywhere interesting? Tell me about it. What's your favorite season? Explain why you like it. Do you like learning English? Be honest and give reasons. What's the most difficult thing about English for you? Share your challenge. What motivates you to keep practicing? Tell me your reason. Excellent work. Now let's practice some workplace English. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone asks your opinion. What do you think about this idea? Respond with your opinion clearly. Imagine a colleague asks, "Can you help me with this project?" Respond politely. Imagine your boss says, "Could you send me that report by Friday?" Confirm clearly and professionally. Imagine a customer asks, "When will my order arrive?" Give a helpful response. Imagine a coworker invites you to lunch. "Would you like to join us?" Accept warmly. Perfect. Now let's practice some social situations. Imagine you meet someone at a party. Introduce yourself. Imagine someone compliments your shirt. "I like your shirt." Respond graciously. Imagine a friend invites you to the movies. Accept or decline politely. Imagine someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Tell them briefly. Imagine you're at a restaurant and the waiter asks, "What would you like to order?" Order something clearly. Wonderful. Now let's practice describing things. Look around your room. Describe 3 things you can see. Say it now. Describe what you're wearing today. Tell me the colors and items. Describe the weather outside your window right now. Be specific. Describe your favorite place to visit. Paint a picture with words. Describe someone important to you without saying their name. Make me guess who it is. Fantastic. You're speaking with such confidence now. Can you feel the difference from when we started? Let's practice some grammar patterns naturally, without thinking about rules, just feeling the rhythm. Present continuous for actions happening now. I'm speaking English. I'm practicing every day. I'm learning new words. I'm becoming more confident. Say these with me. Present perfect for experiences. I've traveled to different countries. I've learned many new things. I've met interesting people. I've improved my English. Repeat after me. Future with going to for plans. I'm going to practice more tomorrow. I'm going to speak English every day. I'm going to achieve my goals. I'm going to become fluent. Say it with conviction. Past simple for completed actions. Yesterday, I practiced English. Last week, I watched an English movie. Last year, I started learning seriously. This morning, I woke up feeling confident. Share your own past sentences. See how natural grammar feels. This is how confident speakers learn. Through use, through practice, through repetition. Let's keep going. Modal verbs for ability and possibility. I can speak English. I can understand conversations. I might travel abroad soon. I should practice more often. I would like to improve my accent. I could become fluent if I practice consistently. Say these with me and feel the confidence in each one. Now let's practice some phrases that native speakers use all the time in casual conversation. These will make you sound more natural and fluent. You know what I mean? It's used to check understanding. I'll use it. English can be challenging. You know what I mean? Say it in your own sentence. That makes sense. It shows you understand something. Try saying, "Oh, that makes sense." To be honest, it introduces honesty or opinion. Try, "To be honest, I find pronunciation difficult." By the way, it introduces a new topic smoothly. Try, "By the way, have you seen that new movie?" I see what you're saying. It shows you understand someone's point. Practice. I see what you're saying. That's interesting. Actually, it's used to correct or add information. Try, "I thought it was Tuesday, but actually, it's Wednesday." Basically, it introduces a simple explanation. Practice. Basically, I need more practice. These phrases make your English sound comfortable, casual, conversational. Use them naturally, and you'll fit right into English conversations. Let's practice responding to common questions you'll hear all the time. These rapid-fire responses will build your automatic speaking ability. Ready? Let's go fast. Don't think, just respond. How's it going? Respond quickly. What's up? Give a casual response. How've you been? Answer naturally. What's new? Share something brief. Long time no see. React with warmth. How was your day? Tell me briefly. Got any plans tonight? Quick answer. Busy day? Respond honestly. Need any help? Answer yes or no. Want to grab coffee sometime? Accept or decline. See you later. Respond appropriately. Take care. Respond warmly. Have a good one. Wish them well too. Catch you later. Casual goodbye. Stay in touch. Respond positively. Perfect. These quick exchanges are the social glue of English conversation. Practice them until they become automatic, and you'll navigate social situations with ease and confidence. Now let's practice expressing agreement and disagreement politely. In conversations, you need to show whether you agree or have a different opinion. Here's how to do both clearly and confidently. Expressing agreement. I completely agree with you. Say it. That's exactly what I think. Repeat it. You're absolutely right. Say it with conviction. I couldn't agree more. Express it. That's a great point. Acknowledge it. I feel the same way. Share the feeling. Now, expressing polite disagreement. I see what you're saying, but I think differently. Try it. Complete it. That's interesting, but have you considered practice it? I respectfully disagree because give a reason. I'm not sure I agree with that. Say it politely. I have a slightly different perspective. Express it gently. See how you can disagree without being rude? You acknowledge their view, then respectfully share yours. This is sophisticated, confident communication. Practice both agreeing and disagreeing in your conversations, always with respect and clarity. Let's practice making suggestions and giving advice. Confident speakers share ideas and help others. Here's how to do it clearly. Making suggestions. Why don't we meet at 6? Suggest it. How about trying that new restaurant? Offer the idea. Maybe we could go to the park instead. Give an alternative. What if we postpone the meeting? Suggest gently. I suggest we start early tomorrow. Advise it. It might be helpful to join a conversation group. Suggest helpfully. Have you considered using language apps? Offer the idea. My advice would be to speak without fear. Give it confidently. Notice how some are stronger and some are gentler. Choose your style based on the situation and relationship. Practice giving suggestions and advice, and people will see you as helpful and confident. Now let's work on expressing preferences clearly. When you can clearly state what you prefer and why, do you prefer mornings or evenings? Why? Do you like studying alone or with others? Explain. Would you rather live in a big city or a small town? Share. Do you prefer learning online or in a classroom? Tell me, what do you like better, sweet food or savory food? Explain your choice. Excellent. Clear preferences show personality and confidence. Don't be afraid to have opinions and express them. Let's practice talking about past experiences using good storytelling language. When you share experiences well, people enjoy listening to you and feel connected to you. I'll never forget the time when I first traveled abroad. I was so nervous. It introduces memory. One time, I tried to cook a new recipe, and it was a disaster. It starts a story. A few years ago, I decided to learn English, and it changed my life. It shares significance. Just last week, something funny happened to me at the store. It sets up a story. When I was younger, it shares past habits or feelings. Now you try. Tell me about a memorable experience. Start with, I'll never forget when. Tell me about something funny that happened. Use one time. Tell me about an important decision you made. Try a few years ago. Tell me about a recent experience. Start with just last week. Tell me about how you were different in the past. Use when I was younger. Great job. Sharing experiences builds connections and shows confidence in your English abilities. You know, I need to pause here for a moment and tell you something from my heart. As a teacher, I've had the privilege of watching thousands of students transform their English skills. But more than that, I've watched them transform their lives. I've seen shy students become conference speakers. I've seen uncertain students become business leaders. I've seen nervous students become teachers themselves. And every single one of them started exactly where you are right now, practicing, trying, sometimes struggling, but always moving forward. You might not realize it yet, but you're already different from when we started this session. Your brain has absorbed new patterns. Your mouth has practiced new sounds. Your confidence has grown, even if just a little bit. And if you keep practicing like this, keep pushing yourself, keep believing in yourself, there's absolutely no limit to what you can achieve with English. Your dreams are valid. Your goals are reachable. Your efforts will pay off. Keep going, my friend. Keep speaking. Keep believing. I'm so proud of you. Now, let's practice some final intensive patterns to cement everything we've learned. We're going to do rapid repetition, where I say something and you immediately repeat it, matching my energy, my rhythm, my confidence. This builds automatic. Every day I practice. Every day I improve. Mistakes don't stop me. Challenges don't stop me. I learn from everything. I grow from everything. My accent is beautiful. My voice matters. I express my ideas. I share my thoughts. I connect with others. I understand more each day. I speak more each day. I believe in myself. I trust the process. I'm patient with myself. I celebrate my progress. I will succeed. I am succeeding. I speak English. I love learning. I'm proud of myself. Yes, perfect. That energy, that confidence, that's your true English speaking self. Now let's practice one final long form response. This is where you pull everything together. Everything you've learned about speaking clearly, confidently, naturally. I'm going to ask you one question, and I want you to answer with at least 5 full sentences. Use transitions, add details, vary your speed and volume, express emotions. What are your goals for your English? And why are these goals important to you? Take a moment to think about it, then speak your answer out loud right now. Give me at least 5 sentences. Use everything we've practiced. I'm listening. Go ahead. Speak from your heart. How did that feel? Amazing, right? That's confident English speaking. That's expressing yourself clearly and naturally. That's communication that connects, that shares, that matters. As we come toward the end of our time together, I want to leave you with some final thoughts and encouragement. Speaking English clearly and confidently is not about being perfect. It's not about sounding like a native speaker. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about being brave enough to open your mouth and speak. It's about being patient enough to practice every single day. It's about being kind enough to yourself to keep going even when it's hard. Let it be said, every fluent speaker you admire had to start at the beginning. Every confident English speaker you hear had moments of doubt. Every successful language learner faced challenges. But they kept going. They kept practicing. They kept believing. And so will you. I believe in you, not because I think you're special or different from other learners, but because I know that anyone who practices consistently, who stays motivated, who doesn't give up, will absolutely achieve their English goals. You have everything you need inside you right now. You have the intelligence. You have the ability. You have the determination. All you need to add is consistent practice and self-belief. Here's what I want you to do starting tomorrow. Every single morning, spend just 5 minutes speaking English out loud. It could be describing your plans for the day. It could be talking about how you feel. It could be retelling a story you heard. Just 5 minutes every day will transform your English in ways you can't imagine. Also, stop translating in your head. When you want to say something in English, think in English. Even if you have to use simple words, even if you make mistakes, think in English. Train your brain to work in English directly. And finally, find opportunities to use English in real life. Join conversation groups online. Talk to yourself while cooking. Narrate your activities. Watch English content and repeat phrases. The more you use English, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more you'll use English. It's a beautiful cycle of growth. Remember this: English is not just a subject you study. English is a tool you use. It's a bridge you build. It's a door you open. It connects you to opportunities, to people, to experiences that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Every word you speak matters. Every sentence you practice counts. Every moment you invest in your English is a moment invested in your future. You're not just learning a language. You're expanding your world. You're growing as a person. You're becoming the confident, capable, connected person you want to be. And I'm honored to be part of your journey. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for practicing with dedication. Thank you for believing in yourself enough to keep going. You are amazing. Your effort is inspiring. Your progress is real. Before we finish, say this with me one final time, louder and more confidently than ever before. I speak English clearly and confidently. I am not afraid. I will practice every day. I will achieve my goals. I believe in myself. I am a confident English speaker. Say it again. I speak English clearly and confidently. I am not afraid. I will practice every day. That's you. Hold on to this feeling. Come back to it whenever you doubt yourself. You are capable. You are confident. You speak English clearly and beautifully. This is Sage from Easy English with Sage, reminding you that your voice matters, your words matter, and you matter. Keep practicing, keep believing, keep speaking. Until next time, my friend, you're doing amazingly well. I'm so proud of you. Now go out there and speak English with confidence. You've got this.